Okay, everything's looking normal. And we'll call it 0 to 100. Okay. Everything's looking right. Alright, we have a full atmosphere, breathable atmosphere. And we have, looks like it's not too bad. And we do have our drone station unlocked. We also got our fusion energy cells. So what should we probably do? Probably work on the drone station. Because that makes everything in life much easier. But I better put out the butterfly farms first, since we have butterflies to put out. Alright, that will help get things going a little bit better in the right direction. Get some more stuff unlocked in the process. And we have all of these that we can put out. And they will only put out one at a time, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, that's a good number. 14. Now, of course, it'd probably take you a while to collect that much resources so that you could put out that many butterfly farms. But in creative mode, I just gotta decide where I want to put them and put them. It might even bring down my power. Now, if it does, we probably should take some of these out, since we've got full oxygen now, most of which is probably being provided by the trees that we put out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting out some butterfly farms. And the butterfly farms, the first ones are right there. You see, you gotta have T2 fertilizer, zeolite, and plastic nuggets. So it will take you a while to have all that stuff. And that's all there is to it. You put one in there and you're good to go. So we'll go over here somewhere. We'll put in another one. And this time we'll put out a blue one, I guess. Not too much to it, but we can cover rocks with these. Kind of hide the rocks the best you can. We'll put out a red one this time. It has a 300% multiplier. They look more purple than they do red, don't they? Okay. The only real purpose of these seems to be to get your insect numbers up. Do green again since we got so many of them. And let's see, let's do a blue one, I guess. Do another green one. We got so many of them. do a red one, I guess. Kind of a funny. They don't really look red, do they? They look more like a purple. There doesn't seem to be anything to these. It's just getting, you know, high numbers of insects. They don't seem to provide any real benefit other than number. Yeah, over here by these rocks should be fine. I can't get it on the rocks, I can by the rocks, I guess. Here it is. Later on we'll be able to make the second level T2 butterfly farm, and then we'll be able to put like 2 butterflies, or is it 3? I think it's just 2 butterflies per farm. Of course, you don't have to spread them out like I'm doing. You could, you know, gang them all up in a row or clump, whatever you want to do. Let's see, we didn't put anything over here, did we? No, I don't think we did. And that's the last one. And now let's go inside and take a look at our insect numbers. We should see some improvement. It might take a few minutes for it to fully settle down and give us a better reading. Okay, so we got, yeah, it just ticked up 1. There we go. It's kind of a slow growth, but it's definitely growing on how many insects we've got. Okay. Now comes the big, how much energy do we use up? Oh. How much energy do those things use up per hive? Right there. We've got 14 of them. Wow. Looks like they use more energy than I thought they did. Wow. Yeah, so I guess the next thing to talk about, oh, wait a minute. No, we did put 1 up there, right? That's the, yeah, that's all, wait a minute, the blue one. Do we have 3 different kinds or do we have 4 different kinds? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't see any of them unlocking up here on this one. How about this one? Maybe they didn't unlock at this level. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It must be this one right here. Alright, let's see. Any butterflies that we unlocked here? 1, 2, 3. Just 3 different kinds. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Just 3 different kinds. And we've got 3 of them up here, plus the bee, so I guess we're on schedule. Okay. Now the thing to focus on would be the drones. And then we would probably want to focus on the fusion energy cells, but that might have to wait till next time. Because drones take up a lot of time to explain and demonstrate. Now, generally speaking, I'm going to be using drones over here. Their activities will be focused on feeding these guys right here. Oh, we're getting a meteor storm with basic material bombardment. And they always strike in the early morning before sunup. I guess they're a distraction more than anything else right now. Alright, there's our drone station right there. Oh, we have to do the fusion energy cell first. And then we have to have circuit boards. So that would mean by now we would want to go over here and check out how many circuit boards we've got. And I believe I was putting them in here. Well, we've got enough to do 1. And we also got a production. I should take these and put them outside where they're going to be used. Yeah, I definitely should put that stuff away. And I think that was pretty much what we had. The rest of it was already organized. Nope, not all of it. Oh, that's a full load. Well, we're not going to be doing this right now, so let's put the fuses over here like we said we were going to do. Our flares. Alright, that gives a little bit more space for stuff. Since we've already got places for this kind of thing. And we got a full load. Here we go. Add it to the pile until we need to do something with it over here. Let's see, I think the super alloy is all the way down here on the end, isn't it? Yep, it is. In fact, we've got some overflow right here. Huh. I thought that was full already. Oh, well, anyway, let's see. We got some osmium. Go ahead and organize a little bit. And that one's full. Yep, that's full. And that one's been full for quite a while. And we've been putting these in a different location now. Since we want to make motors, rocket engines, they call it. And for now, this is as good a place as any to store those. Now we've got the rocket motors, preparing for those. So we got the iridium rods in there because they need processed uranium and super alloy. Maybe we shouldn't be making them down here. We should change the location. Because we got the super alloy and stuff down here. And we got that right there. Yep. We should be putting let's see, right about here, I guess. So let's put in a auto crafter. Let it turn green at least once. And then say that you're going to make the engines down here. And in fact, it might be able to make one right away. No? Well, we did take the rods out of here, didn't we? We put them all the way down here. So we'll use this one for something else. And we'll grab all the rods. Oh, we can't get them all. I should go ahead and put this one in here. That'll give us some space. I'll get one more rod out of here. And we would want to put instead of blocking that one up so we can't read it anymore, let's put it out this way. Alright, so let's see, it turns yellow, then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's that look? Well, actually, we could go further back, couldn't we? But this will work. Let's put the rods in here. And then we go I-R-I-D-I-U-M rod. Alright, let's run down the other end and get the rest of them. And then change the label or the sign. It's generally a good idea to put stuff together so you don't have to buy or make quite so many storage units. So it's going to be able to supply itself with rods, super alloy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can see the super alloy too. Put it right there. We can look in the up here in this. It's not really showing it, is it? No, it's not really showing it. But it's right there. The aluminum, and on the other side is the super alloy, and there's, oh, dang. It used all of it that I put in there. Except for one. Okay, what's the other thing it needs? It needs uranium. Oh, I might not have any. There's none on that side, that's for sure. Yeah, there's only one piece. And we have to have, what, 2 of them to make one rocket engine? So that's not going to work. Yeah, we got to have 2. So we'll have to set the drones up to get serious with bringing the uranium in right away. Now, for now, I don't seem to have a need for the obsidian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this right up here on the edge, kind of out of the way, until I actually need it. And it's spelled O-B-S-I-D. O-B-S-I-D-I-A-N. And we've got one of these right here. It'll probably get used right away. Yeah, it got used right away. Probably made some more of this. Well, made one anyway. Okay. So now let's get back out here and see if we can add our drone station. There we go. No, they won't let us put it on this. That's all for the rocket pad, I guess. And do we have any space? We might be able to put it right here. Let's try that. Oops, I need to go the other way with it. There we go. Dang it, game, quit messing with me. Oh, it doesn't like that, so we'll have to add a foundation piece or two. That should do the trick. So let's try this again. Now, which way do we want this to face? It seems I want to say my key is always sticking all the time. I guess right there. And yep, but it brought down our power. Okay. I don't have a fuse I can stick in here. Oh, yeah. The other experiment. Alright, this is a vine plant. So if I look in here, it doesn't provide any kind of a boost. That one's got a 200% boost. There's the 150, so let's take these out. And then let's go ahead and take these down. We didn't restore the power. Geez, how many of these we have to take out? These don't provide much of a boost. That's why I'm focused on them. They're the lowest ones, I think, other than the lerma seed. Maybe that's it. So I'll tell you what, we'll take this one and then we'll take this one out and we'll give it a new home. That has a 200%. And we still have not restored our power, huh? What's your percentage? 200%? Wow, how many of these do we have to take down? I guess they don't draw that much power compared to the drone station. The drone station is just killing it. Let's go find our storage. See, there's the vines. The vines go in here, so those... Oh, wait a minute. Huh. Well, I guess it really wouldn't hurt anything, but see this little symbol right here? That shows up just as soon as you put in a drone station. Alright, now we've got to seed the flowers. And we have more than we can set in there. And I want to keep these together, so we'll take one of these out. And we'll start the next box container. Alright, so we're going to have to use up some of our pulsar quartz. Now, I showed you where you find this, and I've also reminded you that if you see just one meteorite coming down, and it's got that little strobing thing that, you know, strobe, showing while it's coming down. And you can pick up anywhere from usually 8 to 12. But remember, we need 5 of these, so you can go through a whole bunch of these real fast. Now, I've probably used up, if I was playing a regular game, all those that we have, because there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and also, if I remember right, we've got these teleporters. If you want to make one, you have to use, yeah, so you got to use 2 there. And we've put out, geez, I don't know what, 6 or 7 of those by now. Let's go inside and see how many we put out. We put out 14 of those, so there's another 28 right there. Yeah, so we've already used more than we had. So you wouldn't be able to do everything I've been doing with, because you just wouldn't have enough of those. I seriously doubt you would have enough of those to be able to do this much. So playing creative mode is one way to get around the limitations. Not having enough stuff in order to do all your power stuff. But if you're playing a regular game, just be aware that it would be much more difficult for you to do everything I've been doing. And we do have something growing in there. Yeah, we do. Alright, so we've got our power restored. So the first thing we're going to do is right here in the center. Normally you would start off with the T1 drones. So we'll go ahead and we'll simulate that. But look what you got to have. Rocket engine, circuit board, and iron. And this station will hold, here we go, right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 drones. Now you could make more of them, but normally you wouldn't do that. So I'm going to hold down the control key and I'm going to do 25 drones. But I don't really have this resources right now. I don't have that many rocket engines. I don't have that many circuit boards. I do have the iron. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's what you would normally start with when you can. Now you may not be able to do that many drones all at once. And since we haven't designated them to do any jobs yet, they're all hanging out. We don't have any flying around right above this area, so we did not make too many. Alright, now the next thing you'd want to do is you want to go to your storage places and say, okay, bring me this, that, and the other basic resources that we're already harvesting, mostly through ore extractors. So we click right here and we say demand, and what we're putting in here is aluminum. So the drones would, we'll leave it on normal, the drones would fill up these 3 slots and then they would stop. And then in this one we're supposed to be using super alloys, so we go here, demand, and we say super alloy, which is right there. We'll leave it on normal. Now the aluminum I got stuck in there is extra. We really don't want it in there, but here's the catch. We haven't been to the ore extractors to tell them where to find aluminum. That's where we got identify supply. So we'll do the aluminum first, and then we'll do the super alloy, because it's rinse and repeat, you know, it's the same old thing. for all the other ore extractors. And supply, or I should say storage, we have to go to all of our ore extractors and mark them as supply. Alright, so here we would have to use this one right here. Everything. Take everything out of here and put it somewhere to store it. Now right now the only thing they could take, are they coming yet, is the aluminum. Unless we tell them to go ahead. I don't see them yet. Well, unless we go here, we mark here and demand aluminum. Of course, they won't put anything in here because it's already full. Oh, there they go. There they go. So now all the aluminum's going to be missing, right? Well, we got one more. Huh, I'm surprised. Usually you see a little symbol right here, like a little mini drone to tell you they're coming to get it. They're being lazy, I guess. Alright, so now here we would go and we'd say we demand cobalt. Now if we don't do this real quick, in the next 20 minutes or so, this will clog up. It'll clog up with all the stuff that we don't have a storage spot identified. Now this is only a temporary thing, because it won't take them that long to fill this up. And this one is supposed to be that one right there, magnesium. And this one would be, of course, the silicon. So all you have to remember is anytime you're talking storage, it's going to demand, unless you're trying to empty it. And anytime you're talking about an ore extractor, it's going to be on supply. And we left that one over on miscellaneous. Boy, they're being, oh, there we go, see? We got the little drone symbol. I wonder why they won't take that last one. But it's not going to take them very long to, fill these up. And then they won't be able to do anything else with it. So same thing here. Since we're doing more than one thing, we have to say everything. Now, if you don't want to use that option, you could click here. But then you have to hold down your control key and click on each item that they could find in there. Like that. And then you let go. And when you look, see what happens? All of the things that they could find in here will be identified. And as long as there's storage space, they'll come and get it. Once they run out of storage space, then that's it. They go right back to their little, what would you call that, storage spot, and they just hang out. Now there is one way to kind of fix that, and I don't think we've unlocked it yet though. Where is the shredder? How come I'm not seeing it? Because it should be showing up in my inventory. It just wouldn't be showing up. Oh, there it is, right there. Now, where you put this is up to you. I have a tendency to trust the drones will do a good job, so I'll put it right here. Now, this is the only machine that you set on the lowest possible setting. See, automatically destroy the contents when this is full. But you gotta come up here and set this on the lowest possible priority. It's the only one that goes on lowest. And you demand everything that you're producing. So we know we'll hold down the control key again. We know we're producing cobalt. We know we're producing iron. magnesium, silicon, and we're even producing aluminum here. So I'll click that one too. So once they decide that they don't have any storage space demanding those items, then they'll automatically put them in here. And I won't have to come by and push the red button because we have the enabled to automatically destroy when the inventory is full. See right there? They're telling me that the inventory nearby is already full. So if we look over here, oh, wait a minute, we goofed up. We didn't put iron in there, did we? So let's change this one to iron. And then we go to the little circle here and we demand iron. So what we could do if we're fast enough is go up here, hold down the control key, and take all that iron out of there and stick it in here. And now from now on, they should not be putting any more iron in here from this particular site. So these are probably empty. Yep, they're empty. See how that works? Now everything works the same way. So you may not want to put this shredder here. You may want to put it back up here at your main base. But if you do, the drones will have to travel a whole lot further to keep that ore extractor from getting clogged up. So I have a tendency to build those just about everywhere I've got an ore extractor gathering resources. So the drones don't really have to go very far. They just go right to the shredder whenever all the storage facility I have available is full. Its demand has been completed and we've got a full cabinet. Now we've got the same thing that we want to do over here. Now this one here, of course, would demand the iridium right there. Boom. We'll leave it on normal. This one would demand the cobalt until it's full. And this one would demand the iron until it's full. So do I need to keep telling you what because we've got all these labeled. Now let's test you. How well have you been paying attention to what I'm doing here? Do you see a mistake that I've made so far? We'll go ahead and organize it. They're not coming over here to do this yet. Are they doing this one first? No, I don't see the little drone symbols. Okay, if you didn't catch the mistake, I was doing the first one. I was not doing the second one. See there? So I need to do the second one also, because I wanted to fill up both of these containers before they decide that they've done their job and they don't have anything else to do. And let's see, this one was, I didn't label it. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, that's because I didn't see. If you look inside there, you see the labels don't have anything on them. That's why it doesn't have anything. We use the signs on the outside. Okay, this one's magnesium. Now if you mess up and you label these wrong on the demand here, you click on the wrong thing, that's exactly what you're going to find in there. They can't tell that you made a mistake. So you gotta make sure you click on the right thing. The drones are, have they showed up yet? Oh, I know why we didn't say anything about supply. So again, you have the two choices. You have this option right here. Now look at that. Whoa, they just about wiped that one out already. And we gotta go over here. We gotta designate supply again. And as soon as they get done with that box, they'll start on this one. Alright, so now if we go up here, we've got the same thing. We've got to go around everywhere where we've got ore extractors and do the same thing. Now I'll start with the box first. This is supposed to be sulfur. Boom. And I didn't do a double over here, I just did singles. This is cobalt. So they'll fill these up a lot quicker. And then we've got iron. Then we got magnesium. So you understand what I mean by rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat? It's all the same thing. Now it takes a little while to set this up, but once you get it set up and you set it up properly, then it works pretty nice for you. So the next time I come out here and I check these, they'll be full. Primarily because I've got so many of them right here. But now I have to go around here and say, take everything. And put it where it needs, where there's a demand. And until you satisfy the demand, your job's not done. I got one more to do, don't I? Right there. Now later on when we do the T3, they only collect the one item, so we wouldn't use this option right here. Wow. They didn't even wait for me to finish giving them instructions. Okay, anyway, you don't use this first one supply because you're only collecting one thing, one item with the T3. Now, if for some reason you want more storage to go here, then you would have to put in more lockers. See, this one's almost up. They just filled it up. So now if I empty it, and there's more sulfur for them to stick in there, after a short delay, they'll start filling it up again. If there's sulfur to be harvested. But now, what I want to do, this first time I'll just take it out myself and put it where I want it. Remember we were trying to make flares, but we kept running out of sulfur. So now I want to go to where my auto crafters are, and I want to set them up. Mostly I'll be setting up the storage. And once I get the storage set up, then I have to create more storage for what they're producing. And the rockets will be part of that storage system. Alright, let's see, find some sulfur. I'm not finding any sulfur demand or blockers. I put a bunch of stuff in, but I haven't actually finish the installation. Here we go, right here, sulfur. Now, right now there's no sulfur in here, so what I would want to do is I want to say demand sulfur. Now, I can go ahead and put some in there to get it started, like this here, and see what happens. As soon as I do that, it starts getting used. It starts getting used right here. But we have another object down here. It's just grabbing it just as fast as it's being made until it runs out of sulfur, which is a little bit further down the line in a storage cabinet, and it runs out of iridium. It'll keep making these until it fills up all of its slots. And since I don't have these being taken out of here and put somewhere, what I would do is I'd click here and I'd say supply. It's only making one thing to supply, so no, that's not it. There it is, right there, right there. Now we're saying you can take this out of here just as fast as it's being made and put it somewhere, if we have somewhere that's designated. Now, if I remember right, I put sulfur on this side also. Yep. So we'll put the rest of the sulfur over here. So as long as the drones can keep up with the demand, then the autocrafters will stay busy. Now here I want to set this up, and we're going to demand water. So anywhere where I have it designated to supply water, and that would be over here. Supply, it's only going to supply one thing, water. So from now on, when I look in here, I'm probably going to find that there is no water. It's being stored somewhere. And if the autocrafter can't see it, the drones can, and they will go ahead and grab it. Now we've got the same thing that we can do here. And it'll take it to anywhere water is demanded. And we have to do that for each one of these, or this water won't get used unless the autocrafter we have up there on the dock is able to make more of that bacteria samples. Whoops, messed up. It's supposed to be supply. Alright, now if you look over here and you try to set this one up, see, nothing happens. This one has been put into automatic mode by the game. So here, you see where we haven't set this one up. In fact, I'm going to change it. I'm not going to have it collecting water. I'm going to have it collecting bacteria samples. And then I'm going to put it on demand. And now I have to find bacteria sample right there. I'll leave it on. And so every time this one makes one, once I put this on supply, guess what the drones are going to try to do? Did you see that? Got 2 more drones coming. So just as soon as it makes them, the drones will come out and grab it, and they'll stick it right in here until this is full. Now, I'll do the same thing with the rockets. I'll come over here and I'll say, alright, from now on I want you to bring the following items and deposit inside this rocket. Okay, we had bacteria samples. I'm holding down the control key. we've been doing fabric, and we've been doing high quality food. See there, all 3 items. And we don't want it on normal priority. We don't want it on the lowest. We want one above. Otherwise, anywhere else where we're asking for those 3 things to be stored, they won't get it. The rockets will get it first. That's not what you want. You want the rockets to get it last, and everybody else to be satisfied first. Okay, so we're going to demand, hold down the control key, bacteria, fabric, food. Since those are items that we need to set the priority down. Okay, back up. You don't want it on the lowest priority because then it'd be a competition with your shredder. The only thing that should ever be on the lowest is the shredder. Alright, so we got bacteria, fiber, poly. And again, we want to put it on next to the lowest, very low. And we want to make sure that it's on enabled for auto launch when full. Got it. And we got it. Now, they will automatically launch when full. If everyone else is satisfied first, then they'll satisfy the rockets. And once we get our total up high enough, now that we've automated this system, notice that we've got more stuff that we could do now. These are more items that we could sell, and we're supposed to set this up. We've already started to set that up. We're not going to sell these rods right now because I think that's a bad idea. You're just not getting very many Terra tokens for it, and you need them for all kinds of other stuff. I mean, just about anything and everything else you want to do, you need those rods. And I normally don't sell these either because I need them for when I do the crash starships or mining camps, whatever you want to call them, because they don't look like crash starships in all cases. I need these. In some cases I need more than one of them. See, one of them I think went all the way up to like 5 of them. I had to have 5 of them. It was a big, had many hallways, many things to take out there. Now I had to use another method. Otherwise I was be making trips back and forth like crazy using the teleporters. And I normally don't sell these because I need them when I'm playing a normal game to make all kinds of things, rockets, backpacks, rocket or jet backpacks for my avatar. I need them for the rover. I need 2 of them for the rover. So I usually don't sell the jet engines, even though they'll give 13 Terra tokens. To me, 13 is just not enough. Now this is not too bad, 9 Terra tokens for the cookies, but I'm not that far advanced yet. Now you see what I mean by once you get the rovers and you're setting up the auto crafting, things can get a little complicated. Alright, now this is a supply, and the only thing it's going to supply is water. Now you might want to have an extra one of these that you do not give the rovers access to. Now you got the same thing here. As soon as you get the little pop-up window to show up. Let's see, I think yeah, we were having better luck here. And you're going to supply, where are they? Eggplant. And we do same thing over here. Supply the eggplant. Oh, excuse me, I put that on demand, didn't I? Supply eggplant, because that's what it's producing right there. And this one is going to be supplying the beans. because that's what it's producing. Another one is supplying beans. So if these happen to be too far away from the auto crafter to you know, grab the beans as soon as they're mature, then the rovers will try to deliver them if they have somewhere to take it. And oops, I got the wrong thing. That's not beans, that's mushrooms. So I need to click right here and then change this over to mushrooms. Now these will never get collected if they're too far away from where they're being used, or they don't have anywhere to take them to. So let's see, we've got mushrooms desired here, so we need to go demand and find the mushrooms. There we go. And let's see, we've got the beans. Where do we have beans going? If I remember right, they're all the way over here somewhere. There we go, right there. Demand beans. And where did we have the eggplants going? Right there. Demand eggplant. Now the algae is pretty much set up, except you do have to say demand the algae. And it looks a little bit like a test tube. Yeah, there it is right there. And that means that they're going to be filling this up. This guy's going to stay busy until this is full. Now the drones could come here if we say supply, and we go there we go. See, they've already brought in some algae and some eggplants, so now it's getting busy. And we've already set this up to supply. So this will be a second supply point for our rockets. And so once all of the supply is happy and full, then the rockets will start getting satisfied. Because remember, the rockets are next to the lowest setting. Now we've got the same thing going on here. We got to tell the drones that they could take this and they could fill up with wherever they can find a demand. So they're already grabbing that. They're heading for the rockets, the trade rockets. Let's see, what else we see. We had oh, I guess that's it. We had their fabric, we had the bacteria, and we've got two places producing this. Bacteria samples here and up there in what I call the boat dock. And I think we've already set that up for supplying bacteria, right? Double check. Yep, and they've already emptied it. Now this one's, yep, so now we have to either take these out ourselves or change this from demand to supply. Now chances are I would go ahead and leave these on demand, and then I would take these out from time to time myself, and I would come over to the rocket and say, hey rockets, you need one. There you go, you're good to go now, buddy. And then I come over here and I just say, transfer as many as you can and you're off. And transfer as many as we can and you're off. So now all of our autocrafters and storage devices have time to produce more and store more, because the rockets are gone. They're not available to be filled after everybody else is satisfied first. And see, I don't have this one designated as a storage spot. So I would look here and say, oh, we're not full. There we go. Well, I should take one out, shouldn't I? No, I guess not. But the drones are going to come get them, and guess where they're going to take them? They can't take them to the rockets because the rockets are gone. Remember, I have a storage with demand right up here, and I took a bunch of it out. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to come back and because it's still on demand. See, I didn't take it off demand. And they're going to try to fill it back up. And they're going to take out of here and out of the other spot. Now, if you want to keep this guy right here busy, you got to make sure that he's got plenty of water and plenty of algae, because that's the stuff he needs. See right there? He's got to have 3 algae, he's got to have 3 water bottles. Now, we did put some extra algae out here. And right now we could go up here and look to see how many algae producers, generators we've got in service. Alright, so where is the algae being shown? There we go. We've got 5 T2 algae generators, and we've also got some T1. So that's the water. We got 5 of those collecting water. There it is. We've only got 3 of the first one. Tech level, and once those get emptied, then the autocrafter can't do anything because it has to wait until they've got some more stuff to be collected. So you have to decide, do you want to put out more algae collectors or not? Now they're automatic, you don't have to tell the drones anything about them. Once the drones see them, then everything else is automated. The water collectors are a different story. You have to tell the drones that they could take the water that's in there. Let's try to land on one. See right there, they've taken all the water out of here. And remember, every time we make one little bacteria sample, it's gonna take 3 of them to make one. So the water is a kind of a tricky deal. It seems like you can never have enough of these things, especially if you got 2 autocrafters making bacteria samples. Now the other thing I got to do is find where we're making bacteria samples and find the one that's oops, I can't go that way. I have to go around. I think I put a water storage spot behind here, didn't I? No, I guess not. I guess I didn't. I just put algae, but I never did set this up. So where's the algae? There it is. And we'll just leave it on normal priority. Now, if by chance we want this one to fill up first, then we would take it off of normal priority and we bump it up 1 to high. And that means that the competition now would be between the drones and the autocrafter that's down there, because it's on normal and this one's on high. So this one should get filled up first by the drones, but the autocrafter can fill itself, since those algae producers are nice and close to where the autocrafter can actually see it. But anyway, as you can see, we've got a lot more to do. I'll probably take these down that are on the outside here and move them over to these spaces we've got right here. And I've got some more spaces over here. And it might surprise you how many of these you need, these farms, to keep up with the autocrafters and keep the drones busy. Now I can't put anything there, and I can't even I'll go ahead and try it again. Oh, it did let me put it in. Okay, it did let me put it back. Nice. I'll just have to remember, don't take that out, because I can't put anything else in there anyway because of that rock. I must have tried that a dozen times to get that put back in there after I took it out. And I kept scratching my head, why did I want to take that out of there? Of course, I did learn that I didn't have to have it there, which I thought was kind of cool. But then I got thinking, well, if I don't have that support there, it probably look kind of funky. Alright, we've collected a few more larvae, so we'll add them to our stack here. Just in case we need them. We'll have them there. Alright, so remember the drones won't do anything with this. You have to pick this up yourself. And you have to put it into a storage device. And once you do that, then the drones can do something with it. That's everything. And so far the only storage place we have for the Blazer, is that? Yeah, Blazer. Oh, and we ran out of storage space. No, I don't think I want to put it there. No, I don't think I do. I don't want to mix stuff too much. Oh, I do need to move all this stuff out of here because I got places for all this stuff to go. Yeah, same thing there. I got place for all that to go. But we'll go ahead and add this to it. And I'll do that off camera since, you know, that's a chore. It's just something you gotta do. Alright, let's see how we doing here. Oh, almost 27%. And how are we doing on power? Not too shabby. We can get by with that. And we didn't unlock this one yet, the T4. I don't think I have that one yet, do I? Nope, we still got the T3. I'm trying not to improve stuff until it unlocks. Okay, so we've got we didn't set this up yet. Technically we had to have at least one of these before we could do that. Remember? Let me get back over and show you that again. See there? We had to have one fusion energy cell plus all that other stuff, circuit boards and whatnot. So we definitely need to go out there and set up an auto crafter. Now that one's going to be a little complicated because it needs a lot of parts and pieces. Oh, get out of the water collector, come on. Alright, so we'll go down here because I set this one up where it's got a total of 4 different storage spots. So we'll start putting those right there, I think. Let's see, what do we need to make those? Pulsar quartz. Oh, we got osmium down on the other end. Oh, the rockets are really fixing us up there, aren't they? So I'll tell you what, I would prefer to put this down here where we've got osmium nearby. So I could put the auto crafter. Let's put it right here behind this one. Okay, it's nice and green. And we're going to be producing our fusion energy cells in here. And in order for it to make one, it's got to have pulsar quartz, and I have not made a place to store that yet. So I wouldn't want to hesitate too much, and I would want to maybe put it right next to this one. Like so. And we're going to demand Paul. No, I think it's like this. Paul Sar Quartz. Oops, not S, Z. And we'll put it on demand for pulsar quartz. So if we have those available marked as supply anywhere. Did I ever fix this one up? No, I didn't. Demand the rods. We'll leave it on normal because we are making rods just around the corner, I do believe. Yeah, right there. So if I put this one on supply rods, then they'll probably get taken out of here fairly soon and put into that cabinet until it's full. Okay, let's get back to this here. Now we'll put this one, no, we will not put this on supply just yet, because we don't want to be selling these, we want to be using these. And that's going to be part of our mission package. Okay, so we'll leave that alone. And we need to have osmium, and the osmium, I don't think we've set that up on supply yet. Now this would be demand osmium, and we'll leave it on normal. And since this is right there next to it, it'll probably grab it right out of there without the help of the drones. And we still have to go up and find our ore extractors and tell them to supply the osmium. And then we'll have to take these out of here and open up that space. Right now we don't have a demand for this anywhere. Okay, and we got this one on demand, right? Yep, we got it on demand. We just don't have anything on supply right now. Alright, and what's the other thing? Obsidian. Oh, I put obsidian down here, didn't I? Yeah, it's right there. So I'll tell you what, we'll move it right over to here. Nice and close. Take the little bit we have in there, change the label with the backspace, enter, and stick it in here, and OBSIDIAN, and then we have to set it on demand. There it is right there. But right now we don't have a supply point. Now, I would think it's not reacting. What are we missing? Oh, the pulsar. We haven't brought the pulsar down from upstairs. And let's see, we put that, if I remember right, we put it up here just to hold it. There we go. And we probably never will have a chance to put pulsar quartz in here again. So will it clear? Yep, there we go. We got it cleared. And we took it all out. We don't have any over here. Oh yeah, we do. There we go. And we don't have these on demand for anything, right? Right. Alright, so that is completely open. Now we just take the pulsar down and put it in that cabinet. See, that cabinet's over this way. And if we have everything that's needed, yep, it got right to work. It sure did, it get right to work. Until it runs out of something, it's going to be in business. Now, we can't do anything here yet because we do have the iridium rods, but we don't have a good supply of uranium. We've got super alloy nearby, so that's not an issue. That's over here on this side. But we haven't been to the cave. That's true cave. It's only got one way in and out. And told the ore extractors to become supply. And oh, I don't think I put that on demand yet, did I? Yeah, I don't think I did. I'll have to try to remember to go back and check that. Oh, we're running overtime. Well, I was afraid that would happen. But if you see the pattern to this, then you realize it's just more of the same. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. The only thing you really have to remember, which will take some getting used to, I don't know if anybody was ever to get used to it right away. Storage is normally on demand for a single item, and there's auto crafters are on supply for a single item that they're crafting. You just have to have all the supply that is needed. Alright, so here we go. Click here. Now this has got everything besides super alloy, so we have to use this one. And we'll leave it on normal. And I have these set up right here. I went ahead and did double everything, but I haven't done anything with them. So we can just leave them empty. There's no harm in that. We've only got the two of them. Yeah, we only got the two of them. So when the drones are not busy with all the other stuff we got set on normal, they'll come out here and they'll start grabbing. Oh, they're coming. They're on their way already. See the little drone symbols all over the place? So this will be empty before much longer. Now that tells me that I did not mess up. I did put that locker on demand. Otherwise there'd be no reason for them to come out here and grab the super alloy or the other stuff either. The other basic ores. But just in case, I'm going to go back and check. Spartan decoy. I may not know what's happening, but I do appreciate how organized you have everything. Oh, okay, thanks. I'm taking that means that you don't play this game, Planet Crafter, or you haven't played very much of it. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, it looks like you're not, you might be still lurking. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I'm an old school teacher, very old, but I like playing games, so. And I like to tell people how they might be able to do better. Okay, we did set this up, so we're good. We do have some extra items in here, we just don't have anywhere else to put them right now. Yeah, because this side's full already. And we've already set this one up for demand, so we're good there. Well, eventually, maybe. It's either that or I'll have to put up another locker. Because right now they don't have a lot of space to put the super alloy, do they? And we have not put these on demand anywhere yet. But we could go ahead and say that it's a supply. Okay, where is it? There it is, right there. And I'm trying to think, what would we make where we actually would use those? We're full. Yeah, we're full already. And I'm not going to sell these or anything. I'm going to let the other cheaper items see how they're doing those rockets up here. Well, we do have 3 rockets, so they're going to stay busy. They haven't even started on that one yet. They did start on this one. Now, I have seen veteran players where they will set up a tremendous number, like 20, 30, maybe even 40 of these silkworm, where they're making the silk. I mean, they'll just go crazy with these things. Right now, they've collected... Oh, wait a minute. I need to go ahead and do this. This is where we supplied the silk. There we go. Right now, the autocrafters are close enough that it looks like that they're grabbing all the silk that is being produced. Yep, this one's empty too. But we'll go ahead and set it up so that if the autocrafter is for some reason not taking the silk out of here, then the drones will. And they'll put it wherever there's a demand for silk, which I don't believe I've set up yet. A lot of times I'll put a door right here instead of a window, so I could just pop down there and take care of business. And we only have the single, the T1 booster. Oh yeah, I meant to take these out of here. Let's go ahead and do that while we're thinking about it, because I'm thinking about putting silkworms in here, and they'll be far enough away from the autocrafters that the drones will have to deliver the silk. And then I got the beans over here. We'll take them out. So we've got more space for silkworms. Now the only other thing I might want to do is, remember when I come back from a mission, the first thing I do is I stop off here and I have these labeled miscellaneous. Well, what I want to do is I want to come in here and say anything and everything you find in here, even though I've only got one item in there right now, you can take it and put it wherever it needs to go, where there's a demand. Now, this is a storage container. See, this is one of the times that your storage container is not put on demand, but it's put on supply. And I always put my miscellaneous lockers on everything, because I might stick anything and everything in there so that I don't have to, you know, organize things myself. Make sure I did this right. Yeah, it looks good. See, like here, we've got all kinds of stuff in there. And I haven't gone around and designated all of the storage spots yet. Now here I want to put on demand, because I want them to bring flares up here and make them ready for me so I can just grab however many I need whenever I need them. Food packs, I would leave this on demand. And let's see, we're going to have more than one kind of food pack in the future, so I have to find all of them. Where is the there it is, right there. So hold down the control key and click on both of these. Those are our two primary foods. Now you could add all these vegetables because you can eat all that, and then later on you will have these soups that could go, but I would usually put them in their own storage. And let's see, what else can you eat? Well, you could eat honey, but it doesn't give you much nutrition. And we've got the croissants, we've got the cookies. You can't do anything with the cake except make one. For some reason you can't eat it. You can place it on public display, but that's it. You just can't. Now you can eat these if you want to, the animal food, but again I would have a separate storage for that. Okay, so you saw what I did? That's the only two things I want to go in there. But since I never get hungry, well, the ones that are over here, no, I guess it's not there. It must be the next one. No, not there either. But anyway, I could take all this and stick it in here. Fill up all of my space so I don't have to carry it around. And as soon as I get around to making demand for all that stuff, then it'll get placed where it needs to go. Alright, we still got plenty. And we haven't unlocked anything special for next time. Nope, not yet. Now the next time I play, it might be. We might have something that opened up. Let's see, are we making any progress? Yeah, we're still making progress. It's just not very fast. And we haven't done anything with the fish yet. No fish eggs or anything. So we're not going to see many changes over here yet until we do. Yeah, we're just not going to see much change. But anywho, we've gone well over our hour. In fact, that's almost an extra half hour. And our windmill is turning, so I can see from visually that we're fine on the power. And of course our ore extractors are drilling away. Our heaters are turning. I don't know if you count. Can you actually see that from there? Let's move closer. See, you got all these visual aids that you could kind of take a look at to see if anything's not moving. And of course those green power generators, they will go dark. They won't have a bright green when you don't have adequate power. But I use the wind turbine. I leave it up. It doesn't provide much except a visual aid. Okay, let's call this good. We don't want to keep saying the same things over and over too many times. So we'll hit the old escape key. We'll save it. And it's finished. Now we'll go over here back to the main menu. And it's time for us to say, be well until next time.